95% of our human history, we lived with a deep sense of interconnectedness. We viewed life as a sacred experience. Over the last handful of centuries, more and more focus has been applied to the reductive and rational analytic way of attending to reality, which tries to cut up this fluid, connected reality into neat and tidy bits and bytes so we can manage and control it. This has led to a skewed utilitarian view of life. Welcome to Pure Element 5. My name's Suzanne, and today's epiphany came from realizing that the current narrative is collapsing in the face of global crisis. And when narratives collapse, revolutions happen. New shoots of hope arise, and new stories are created. A new earth is emerging. It's in our hands to reimagine our new story based on love and life. Life is to be exploited for human betterment. We over-prioritize form, matter, doing, yang energy, and deprioritize formless energy, being, yin energy. As without, so within. To balance the world, we must first balance ourselves. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to address 4 imbalances. We need to activate a new way of thinking that embraces today's complexity with systemic solutions. The reality is that all life is interconnected, relational, and ever-changing. The journey to reconnection allows for imbalances within us to reconnect and find flow. These 4 areas are inner-outer balance. In separation, we increasingly focused on the outer world and impoverished the inner. We deprioritized our feeling, intuitive inner being and prioritized the tangible outer doing. This creates an imbalance inside ourselves and also in the way we perceive reality. Reality then became a collection of separate objects and subjects, names and categories. Masculine and feminine balance. No matter what kind of physical body you happen to be in, we each have masculine and feminine energies, characteristics, emotions, and behaviors within us. These energies are always pulsing within us, but it's easy to forget to embrace and acknowledge both. When one energy becomes dominant, life feels off balance. Symptoms might include burnout, creative longing, and anger. Today's society favors the masculine, competitive, assertive, controlling, doing aspects of our psyche, and impoverishes the feminine, metamorphic, empathetic, listening, receptive, intuitive aspects. If you are feeling undervalued and stressed, or unsupported and scattered, then your masculine and feminine energies may be off balance. Left and right brain balance. The left hemisphere of the brain focuses on the parts of a problem by decontextualizing, narrowing down, and abstracting the problem in a closed system. This helps us to analyze by finding neat solutions and metrics to the problems at hand. However, only a solution in the context of an isolated closed system, not a living, emergent, complex system like a business environment with ecosystem challenges. By the same theory, the right hemisphere of the brain focuses on the whole problem by broadening perspective, forming connections, and viewing the problem with an open system. In this way, we seek context, think creatively, out of the box, and develop a greater understanding. It is both the knowledge of the parts, the left hemisphere, and the wisdom of the whole, the right hemisphere, that we need to solve today's problems. Human and nature balance. In the mini ice age around the 16th century, in Europe, alongside the scientific revolution, the witch hunts, and increasing rationalistic portrayal of nature as a resource to be plundered for human betterment, drove a hard stake of separateness into the Western mind. Over the centuries that followed, we became increasingly separate from nature, and with it, deep psychotic atrophy set in. Our relationship with the natural world is foundational to our psychological and physiological well-being and development. A sense of separateness from nature creates physiological and psychological problems. If you thought this was pure engagement, please give us a thumbs up. And if you thought it was pure poo, feel free to give us a thumbs down. It helps us create the content you want to see. The links are down below if you want to catch us on other mediums, along with a link to our website so you can download our free ebook. Until we meet again, the essence of who you truly are is pure love. Go out and connect with someone and show them the love.